What is up, everybody, and welcome back again to the channel. As always, Luke Zach Football here. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an NFL Week 15 preview. And yeah, I'm going to be talking about some headlines also as we go through the video. Whatever the headline is, whatever it's related to, whichever game it's related to, I will mention it. So let's begin. So, the first game of the week, which is tomorrow, Chiefs at Chargers. Big time game. Winner takes first place in the AFC West. These teams, of course, met earlier in the season, back in week 3. The Chiefs lost to the Chargers there, but it's important to remember that in that game, the Chiefs turned the ball over 4 times, and that was a major thing that the Chiefs were doing a lot earlier in the season. But they've definitely limited those turnovers now as of late. Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert have faced off now twice in their NFL careers. Once last year, and then once this year. Mahomes did not play in the second meeting last year. He was resting because the Chiefs had a bye week secured. But yeah, so you know they're 1-1 against each other. Mahomes won at LA and Herbert's first start. Both games have been pretty epic games, actually. The one earlier in this year, like I said, the Chiefs really just beat themselves in that game. I mean, they turned the ball over 4 times and only lost by 6. A big headline, though, heading into this game is, obviously I mentioned Josh Gordon in yesterday's Power Rankings video, but now Chris Jones has also tested positive for COVID. He is vaccinated, so he hasn't been ruled out. So him and Gordon could both still play, but it's very unlikely. The Josh Gordon loss, yeah, it's better to have him than not because he's a pretty good blocking receiver and he seems to be getting more involved in the offense finally. But you can pass with that. Chris Jones being out, he's a big reason for this Chiefs defense's turnaround, and him being out, that you don't want to give Justin Herbert time to step in and make those insane throws he can make. So it should be interesting to see how that plays out. But I still think the Chiefs will be able to come out with the win. I got the Chiefs winning it 30-27. I think this is a big game for Mahomes. I think he's going to throw for a lot of yards. I don't know how many touchdowns, but he'll throw for a couple there as well. And I think this will be a game where Travis Kelce has a big game. He's kind of been a little bit quiet over the last couple of weeks because he's been being doubled and triple teamed. But I think this may be a big game for him statistically because the Chargers don't really have any good covering linebacker. And if Kelsey's on one-on-one or even one-on-two with those linebackers, he's going to cook them. I think they may be matching Derwin James on him a lot too. He's the only guy that could probably cover him, but even then, I think Kelsey would be able to get open. So I think Kelsey will have 100 yards receiving or more. Then the next game on Saturday football this week, very exciting. Raiders at the Browns. I got the Browns winning this one 24-20. I think the Browns are in great position to win their division. Will they? I don't think so, but they're in a great spot, a spot that no one thought they would have been in just a few weeks ago. While the Raiders, I think this will be, I think their season. If they lose this game, their season's officially over. I think right now they're 6-7. If they lose this and they drop to 6-8, I think their playoff hopes are done. Then the Patriots at the Colts, that's the other Saturday game. That's a very good one there. Should be interesting to see how that plays out. Last time we saw the Patriots, it was on Monday Night Football against the Bills. Obviously, Mac Jones only threw the ball 3 times in that game. The Patriots were able to expose the Bills' run defense. But I think Mac Jones is going to have to throw it more than 3 times this time. And I don't mean throw it 10 times. No, I think he's going to have to throw it 20 plus because I think the Patriots' running game might get slowed down a bit by that Colts run defense, meaning Jones is going to have to step in there and make the throws. But I think he will rise to the occasion in that game, and I think Carson Wentz will make enough mistakes against a Bill Belichick-led defense for the Patriots to get another win. 27-24 is my score prediction for that one. Then the Titans at the Steelers, another good one. This one's on Sunday. These two teams played last year. It was a great game. This is a very important game for the Steelers to keep pace for that wild card spot. I wouldn't say their season's over. If they lose this game, but then they'll be in the hot seat where they pretty much would have to run the table. And you know what? Yeah, percentages say if they lose this game, their playoff hopes are done. I think if they lose this game, their season's over. I think for Pittsburgh to make it into the postseason, realistically, they're gonna have to win out. They're gonna have to win every game left. But I don't think they're going to. I think they're gonna have to settle for a lot of field goals in the red zone because the Titans have a good secondary to slow them down, and plus, the Steelers do have a decent run game. And the Titans' run defense is average, but I still think the Titans' defense will get those stops in those crucial moments. I got the Titans winning it 24-22. And the Panthers at the Bills. If Josh Allen plays, it changes the whole thing. But I'm going to assume Josh Allen is going to play. The Panthers are pretty good at running the football with Chuba Hubbard. I believe, Christian McCaffrey is out for the year, but they're very good at running the football with Chuba Hubbard. And Cam Newton, he can still take off and run. The Bills' run defense cannot stop the run against anybody. Which means, Carolina would prefer to not throw it too much against that Bills secondary, especially with Cam Newton at quarterback. Which means I think they're going to be doing a lot of running, which means they're going to be exploiting the Bills' weakness, running the ball, and avoiding the Bills' defensive strength, making plays when you're passing a lot. And then on the other side of the ball, the Bills do not like to run the football at all for whatever reason. They like to pass it. They like to air it out. We all know that. And the Panthers' run defense is terrible. The Panthers' run defense cannot really stop anyone. But that won't really matter if the Bills aren't running the football. So the Bills will probably be not taking advantage of the Panthers' defense's weakness and trying to force into their strength, which is stopping the pass. They have the secondary to slow down the Bills' offensive passing attack with the likes of Stephon Gilmore, C.J. Henderson, Jeremy Chin. They have A.J. Boye, J.C. Horn. So I think they have the guys to be able to slow down the Bills' passing attack. So what I'm getting at here is the Panthers' offense will be able to exploit the Bills' weaknesses really well, while also the Bills' offense is probably going to neglect the Panthers' defense's weakness because they're going to want to do their own strengths, and it's not going to end well for them. I got the Panthers winning this in result, even if Josh Allen plays, 27-20. If Josh Allen doesn't play, then I think if Josh Allen doesn't play, then I think the Bills will score less than 20 points. But yeah, I got the Panthers winning this one, 27-20. It's a pretty, it's a stretch, but looking what I just pointed out, I think it's very possible. Then the football team at the Eagles, both of these teams, their seasons are on the line here. Both of them pretty much need to win out to be able to get in as a wild card. I think the division is pretty much under wraps at this point. So I got the Eagles winning this one, though, 19-17 in a low-scoring defensive battle. They're coming off of a bye week. Football team just had that tough loss to the Cowboys. Got the Eagles winning it. Then the Texans at the Jaguars. You can pay $20 to get seats in the third row. I looked it up because that's just how bad this matchup is. You literally can go to a game for $20 to watch these two teams play. I mean, this might be the worst matchup I've seen in the NFL in my entire life. I mean, it's two teams that are both 2-11, but it's not just that. It's two teams that have no quarterback. Well, the Jaguars have their young guy, but the Texans don't. Both coaches are really just incompetent. Both teams as a whole are incompetent. I mean, this is going to be a complete disgusting game to watch. I mean, what we're going to see between these two teams will not be NFL football. It will be something completely different. But someone has to win it. So I'm going to take the Jaguars to beat the Texans 23-20. I know the Texans beat them earlier in the year, week 1, but I just get the vibe the Jaguars will win this one. They're playing at home. I don't think that will matter a whole lot, but I just have a hunch the Jaguars will win it. And the Cowboys at the Giants. Once upon a time, this was a great rivalry in the NFL, and now it's really just a complete joke. That being said, though, I think the Giants may actually make this a close game. They may do some all-time stat padding because once the Cowboys build a big lead, they like to let it get close. So I'm gonna take the Cowboys to win it, 27-21. And then the Cardinals at the Lions. This is arguably this is a top 3 team in football versus the worst team in football. So you would think that this would be a complete blowout, but I actually think it may be a somewhat close. I got the Cardinals winning it 31-20. Feel like the Lions have heart and they're going to go into this game with nothing to lose, while the Cardinals may still be reeling from that Monday night loss. Then the Jets at the Dolphins. The Dolphins, I believe, will continue their winning streak. I believe that will put them at their 6th straight win, and it'll put them at 500. They'll beat the Jets 30-20. Then the Bengals at the Broncos. I got the Bengals winning there 30-27. The Broncos definitely, both these teams definitely need a win. I don't think they both need to win out, but this is definitely a very important game, especially for wild card tiebreakers. Then the Falcons at the 49ers. The 49ers proved me wrong this past week. They beat the Bengals. I'm going to pick them to win this one 26-21. Kyle Shanahan versus former team, the Falcons. When these two teams played 2 years ago, the 49ers that year went 13-3, and the Falcons won that one in the final play of the game. It was an insane, or second to last play of the game. It was an insane game. I remember that game. I got the Niners winning this one, though, 26-21, like I said. And the Seahawks at the Rams, they will be playing each other for the second time now this year. The last time they played was the game where Russell Wilson got hurt. Obviously, Russell Wilson's been back now. I think the Rams will win this one as well. I got them winning it 26-24, building off of the last couple of wins they've gotten. Then the Packers at the Ravens. Now, I'm going to assume Lamar Jackson does play, and if he does play, I got the Packers winning it anyway, 34-20. And if he doesn't play, then I still have the Packers scoring around 34 points, but the Ravens will score much less than 20. I just think the Ravens have too many injuries going on, and the Packers are right now have hit a stride, and the Ravens secondary is just decimated with injuries. I think the Packers, Devontae Adams and Rodgers and Randall Cobb, those guys are going to take full advantage of that. Then the Saints at the Buccaneers. Here we go again. Tom Brady playing the Buccaneers in the regular season. As a Buccaneer, Tom Brady is 0-3 against the Saints in the regular season. He did beat them, of course, in that playoff game last year. This one's in Tampa. I mean, you got to think the Buccaneers are going to win this. I don't see how Taysom Hill is going to take the Saints into Tampa and win. I mean, what the Saints would want to do is just do a lot of running with Kamara, Ingram, and Taysom Hill, but unfortunately for them, that's the Buccaneers' strength, stopping the run. So, the Saints' offense just really doesn't match up well with the Bucs' defense right now because the Saints, like I said, they like to run the football a lot, and the Bucs' run defense is like impossible to run against no matter who you have. And then to add to that, the Bucs' weakness on defense is really the pass, stopping the pass. But the Saints really don't have the tools to be able to pass. There's no real good receiving target for Taysom Hill. And to add to that, it's Taysom Hill. This guy isn't really a starting quarterback in this league. And then on the other side of the ball, I expect Tom Brady to have his struggles against this defense like he always does. But I think he'll, get them to win. So I think the Buccaneers will win this one 24-21. And then the final game of the week, the Monday night game, Vikings at Bears. I got the Bears winning this one 27-20. Kind of a meaningless win for them at this point, but you do want to try and spoil your division rivals' playoff hopes, so there's that for them. But overall, I think the Bears will win that one. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of my picks and who do you think is going to win these games. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button for me. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.